Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some already rough news when it comes to this upcoming Target drop, which will probably be a really big focus as of officially next week. We'll kind of go talk about that and also give you guys a little bit of Target information. But as well, we also are already seeing some really obnoxious and annoying and just lame botting news going on when it comes to all these stupid botters trying their best to go and already plan up and basically prepare for the upcoming drop. So very lame, very stupid. I'm going to talk about this, talk about all what you guys can be on the lookout for normal individuals to get your next console drop and all that good stuff all throughout this video as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. On top of that, too, make sure you guys are also subscribed for the PS5 giveaway. We're going to actually have an update for that this weekend, so make sure you guys get your last minute subscriptions on in or use the links down below. The Twitter and Twitch if you guys want to follow. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller. Good old Samsung SSDs down below for the PS5 on sale. And of course, the Webull and Coinbase. And let's go and dive on the video itself, because once again, it's just always the biggest frustration and pains when it comes to all these botters out there. So, first and foremost, I did kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up when it came to Target itself. We were seeing some other restock companies kind of seeing some stock and movement and everything else, blah blah. I didn't really see too much myself, but I said there's that very small chance if you guys want to be waking up for it, you guys can go check it out. I myself actually kind of was up for it, really kind of quick to go and see if there's any updates for it, and sadly we did not go have a drop today. But it's totally fine when it comes to stock. It's like just seems likely if there's stock already there is the chance there. But as I even mentioned throughout yesterday, last night's kind of bonus YOLO video in the earlier day video, if it's not today, which it actually was not, we'll be watching very closely as of next week. So it does kind of seem, I don't say it's like 100% confirmed, nothing is 100% confirmed, but when it comes to that stuff, we'll have a look out, especially on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, this upcoming next week at the usual 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. time. So that's around the 6 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Central Time. We'll probably have a lot more information throughout the weekend, a few more extra videos, a little bit more stock arrivals. I'll probably be reaching out to a lot of my other Target contacts and kind of go and see. But as I mentioned, I didn't really see too much of my own contacts themselves. So overall, kind of just seems like other Target stores are probably just waiting for other locations to get their stock, as we kind of touched on before. There was a nice little chance. I'd probably say it was enough of a chance to be worth I woke up for and kind of checking it out. But as you guys know, sometimes other locations may not fully have stock. So we'll definitely be watching Target throughout this upcoming weekend, like I said, for stock movement, warehouse movement, stock arrivals, or whatever it is. And if we do see some good stuff floating around, we'll let you guys go and know. But the one kind of big thing, and the kind of more annoying thing on this, is the fact that whenever there's a drop on the way nowadays, all of these really annoying botting groups are once again gearing themselves back into action, gearing themselves in place. They run up their servers and bots. They try their best to have ever be running, and it's just annoying. It's just like, it's so frustrating. So you get like any smidgen of attention, or a smidgen of a detail, or a smidgen of like, hey, this is looking likely, or you have a Walmart that basically is confirming up a location that's like, hey, we'll be dropping tomorrow, the next few days. Amazon especially too as well. And the second they hear this, they go then, like, they basically just put those bots on overdrive, and they're just kind of churning, trying their best out there to go get as many consoles as they can. So we even are now also seeing these bot groups once again. We have a pretty popular one over here. I know me and Cam are talking about this when it comes to Stellar, where they're even being like, hey, another Target drop where Stellar users feast. And they're like, hey, go out, put on the notifications for it, blah, 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 blah. And this is always the most infuriating thing. Like, I think for my own channel especially, this has been the one biggest annoyance when it comes to you normal folks getting your consoles, because this is not even just just that one big botting group. There's multiple other groups that are basically going and hyping it up and being like, oh my god, it's time for us to go get back into gear, it's time for us to get some good old consoles, let's try to go bot as much stock. And it's kind of been like a double whammy annoyance, because when it comes to all these consoles, they are going back up in price. Xboxes and PlayStation 5s more so on the PlayStation 5 side, especially the PlayStation 5 digital side, because I feel like it's been like months since the last time we've even seen a PlayStation 5 digital proper good drop. So it's just disappointing to go and see this, because number one, we do have the Target drop. We'll probably definitely be watching that throughout this next week, and thankfully, because Target is online order, in-store pickup, it does kind of give us a little bit more of like, I guess, a freedom, or like, at least if there's only botters, it's only within like your area. Like someone in New York can't necessarily really go bot something in California. Something in California can't really bot New York, et cetera, et cetera. So at least that is one nice perk for Target itself, but it's just so infuriating because just the smidgen, just the little baby bit of information, they were like, hey, let's get some more bots running. Let's get more people on some bots to try to get more consoles. Now, I do want to go reiterate, though, when it comes to, say, like me doing an update video, one of my friends doing tweets or whatever, it's not really affecting it too much because all these botting groups will have their thing running 24/7. Like, as of right now, it's on in case, like, an Amazon does a random YOLO drop or something of the sort, like a Best Buy randomly pops on. They're running 24/7, but sometimes people like to turn it off when it's basically, like, say, the weekend where we're not really expecting a drop, because why do you want to have your computer running 24/7? Because it is still kind of somewhat taxing, somewhat, like, you know, you have to, like, pay the electricity on that, too, as well. It's kind of like, say, like, mining cryptocurrency. You could technically do it at any point, but, like, sometimes it's more efficient to do it than other times, you know what I mean? But when it comes to botting groups, like, we've seen other botting groups besides just Stellar go and bring up the fact they're like, hey, guess what, boys? We're getting back in season. Guess what? Sony just did a PS Direct. It looks like consoles are starting to free for all a little bit more. Hey, it's been a little bit of a while since the last restocks happened. It might be a little bit harder to go get some stock. And we're seeing all these teasing, and we're seeing all this taunting, and we're seeing all this information basically being like, hey, you want to know what, boys? You guys should be signing on up. And I do think at the end of the day, it's kind of just them trying their best to make as much money as they can, because don't forget, these big botting groups kind of sell like subscription-based services. They're like, hey, 20 bucks a month, 30 bucks a month. And yeah, you guys can totally go and get some consoles. You know, if you're lucky, maybe resell them. So at the end of the day, they're more so kind of be like, you know how they have the very famous saying, like, you don't want to be the guy trying to go dig for gold. You want to be the person selling the shovel, selling the equipment. And that's kind of what they're doing right now. They don't have to go through like all the weird overhead. They just have to have subscription-based plans and kind of go from there. And that's probably why a lot of these big botting groups are kind of hyping up like, hey, yo, Target's looking kind of juicy next week. Hey, some of those stock numbers are looking pretty good. And they were actually looking pretty solid. We're just looking through some of the stuff we've seen, like, go stock from like the 30s to 40s to 50s to 60s when it comes to stock everywhere, which is obnoxious. It's just dumb. It's lame. Not the stock numbers, just the fact that we have botters over here trying their best to go and just bot out as many stock as they can and keep on doing this. Like, it's been over a year and a half, and I'm still sitting here making the same exact complaints when it comes to this, but I hate it. Hate it when they're basically like taunting, when they're teasing, when they're trying their best to go and appeal and be like, hey, there's some stock coming over here. Let's try to go in and yoink it the best we can. And like I said, I want normal folks out there getting their consoles. When it comes to a Target drop, next week almost seems like a 95% certainty. I'll probably even get more information throughout this weekend, more information on Monday, Tuesday, right before a drop happens. And I'd probably go and say the likelihood for a Wednesday restock is quite a bit higher, because if there's already stock moving, already stock in stores, and some locations still sitting on some stock from previous drops, it just seems like it makes sense, because if it's already there, it's already been moving, why not just go and sell it earlier if it's already all like kind of accounted for and stuff like that? But it still has a chance from any day from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at the usual 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. time stamp that we keep on talking about. But man, it's just annoying that even now still, because if all these botters and all these scalpers are basically gone, I would probably say at this point we'd be able to go be free. We'd be able to go and just move on. We'd be able to go and have everyone get their consoles, and people would be excited for a Target drop, because it's like, hey, I could finally go get my console after all this time. Thank God. And then maybe after 3 more of them, worst case, like after 2 months, almost everyone on the planet would have their console by now. Like, it'd just be so much easier with all this stuff. These botters and everything else make it so much harder. And it's even worse when they're hyping it on up. It's even worse when they're trying to be like, yeah, it's coming soon. And it's even worse when these botters are running 24/7, basically trying their best to get as much stock as they can. And let alone if just like they have like bonus orders, like canceled orders that you could essentially go pick up in stores. And even then, they're still sideswiping them. Same with the Xboxes if they ever go pop up online, and especially with all the other big retailers like the Best Buys and Amazons. And especially because everything else has been so quiet these past few weeks, it makes everything even harder because we just want to get our stupid consoles. So I hate seeing the fact that they're already pre-prepping up this bot, and they're pre-prepping up this drop, and they're pre-prepping up to get as much stock as they possibly can to keep on reselling and kind of keep on fulfilling this really annoying overall cycle of botters buying out all the stock. Little Timmy can't go and get his actual console, and then we're just sitting here still watching these videos. And like, it's kind of a sad point. Like, I just want them to be chill. I mean, but it's like when it comes to human greed, they're going to try their best to make as money as best as they possibly can and release out as many consoles as they possibly can. And it really is infuriating, you know? It really is. So I don't know, kind of give me your thoughts and comments on it. At least we are seeing good news. A little bit sad news that Target did not go and restock today. Although once again, I said there's a good chance for it. Although good, not really. I was like, I didn't really see too much of my own local locations. We'll probably see a lot more stuff when it comes to stock this weekend, as I said on Monday. So we'll probably give you guys more updates, probably give you guys more stock arrivals, probably give you guys more information, all that good stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We'll have an update for that probably too this weekend. We do have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Samsung SSDs down below. Go click on them, check them on out. Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Link down below. Sign up for that Webull, sign up for that Coinbase, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and give me all your thoughts and comments down below.